Hello and welcome to Mental Health Monday Recovery 3. As I said last time, I'm going to be starting a little series on self-care because I think that covers quite a lot of things. But today I'm going to start off with actual cleanliness and hygiene. There's this whole stereotype of the depressed person walking around in filthy clothing and being unwashed and generally unpleasant. You will slob around in your clothes in your house. You might wear the same outfit for 3 weeks and wow, that sounds disgusting, but really when you're depressed you don't give a shit. That's the most important thing that people don't seem to realise. You do not give a shit. When you're in your home, in your safe place, and you are feeling bad, you don't care about being clean and you don't care about being anything but comfortable. And if you're comfortable in those clothes that you're wearing, then you're not going to get out of them. You know, what's overwhelming you is the thing that's going on inside your head, and it's very difficult to get away from. The physical appearance, looking after it, eating properly, doesn't bother you at all. Either you're eating too much to comfort yourself or you're not eating because you just can't face food. You're not cleaning because you can't face it, and that's not disgusting and it's not filthy. It's sort of an outward aspect of the internal mess. It's very difficult to explain a depressed state of mind to someone who's never been in one. All you want to do is, you know, stay within your bubble and not move out of it because anything else is too painful. It doesn't always make you feel better to wash and have a shower and put clean clothes on because you're not in a frame of mind where it's going to affect you, yeah? Now, also within this depressed period, when you go outside, very often you go to great lengths to hide what's going on inside yourself. Now, I know even when I was at my worst, sorry, I've got a cat playing in the background there, so if you can hear noise, it's the cat. I apologise. But even when I was at my worst, if I had to go out, especially somewhere where I would be seen, like picking up my children from school, I would go to great lengths to look normal. And a very important part of being normal is your physical appearance. So you can never normally tell a depressed person when they're out and about by how they look, because there is an extra effort being made to look as normal as possible, so no one can guess what's going on inside your mind. Talking about self-care and recovery, things start to shift, and this is where it can get difficult because you will have the slide back. This is what I was talking about last time and the time before. In recovery, there's a strange juxtaposition of moving forwards and sliding back. So you want to start caring about yourself again, and it's a very strange thing to actually start caring about yourself again rather than just putting the effort into going out and trying to look normal. You start to want to do it all the time. It's like, oh, I actually give a shit. That's a weird place to be. And you have to balance that with those weeks where you feel really crap and you don't care, and you know you're just putting on your mask to go out, and you feel judged because you don't feel like you've done enough and you just feel scrabby. You feel like the inside is poking through to the outside. You feel very exposed and vulnerable. You feel like it's obvious to everyone what's going on inside of you when really it isn't. I've been finding it very difficult to cope with the bits where I slide backwards and I stop caring, because I'm enjoying starting to give a damn about myself again. Not in a like a narcissistic kind of way. It's just nice to actually care whether I'm, you know, healthy and dressing nicely. And I mean, I suppose people wouldn't think I dress nicely because, you know, I'm a bit grungy, but I know the difference between how I used to be and how I am now, and even though I probably look still very, very scruffy to certain people, I know there's a big difference in the way I dress myself now than in the way I dress myself then. Except when I was going out into the public, then I would try and make an effort to look normal, but A, I wasn't quite sure what normal was, and B, I always felt self-conscious as if everyone around me knew that I wasn't right. And I still feel that a lot of the time, even when I'm feeling okay. I suppose that's something that's going to carry on because it's part of, you know, the avoidant personality and the schizoid personality. There's a certain level of disconnect in those, and feeling like you're apart from other people and feeling like you're less. And I really want to knock that shit on the head because no one's less than anybody else. That's bullshit. But yeah, never judge people based on how they look. When they say they're depressed and they look good, never say to them, oh, you've made an effort to look nice, clearly you aren't depressed, because you have no idea what they're going through internally and what they feel like they have to project externally in order to avoid judgment. And if you see someone out and about and they are in their indoors slobby clothes and they haven't washed and at that point you know there's a crisis going on. It's generally when you stop caring about everything, including the mask, that it is a moment of crisis, and at that point you need to step up your support of that person, not remove it because ew, gross. So please do understand that judgment is not helpful in any way, shape or form when someone is suffering from depression. Try and be a bit compassionate and understanding. And if you're going through depression and you don't give a crap about your appearance inside the house, but you make an effort to go outside and you beat yourself up for it, don't. It's like a necessary armour, and if you need to arm yourself, and don't feel badly about it, and it will change. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever come out of depression and finally started to sort of come out of it, so it can happen for anyone, I think. And just, I'm rambling now. I'm rambling. So, that was a video about personal care, hygiene and self-care. Next week I'll be talking about little weird things that happen when your self-care routine starts to change. Primarily feelings about pyjamas, because I've had some weird feelings about pyjama days, and I will discuss that with you in 2 weeks' time, and all aspects of slobbing around, how I've felt about it, because I don't know if anyone else shares those feelings. So I will see you in 2 weeks' time to talk about that. Thank you for watching.